बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जन बलधारी यशोदानंदन जग जनरंजन यशोदानंदन जग जनरंजन यमुना तीरा बनचारी यमुना तीरा तेरा बनचारी यमुना तीरा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु प्रकार की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् Reading to Bhagavatam, chapter 12, verse number 12. मन्युर्मनुर्महिनसो महान् शिवारितध्वजा उग्ररेता भवकालो वामदेवो धृतव्रता मन्युर्मनुर्महिनसो महान् शिवारितध्वजा उग्ररेता भवकालो वामदेवो धृतव्रता मन्युर्मनुर्महिमनसो महान् शिवरितध्वजा उग्ररेता भवकालो वामदेवो धृतव्रता मन्युर्मनुर्महिनसो महान् शिवरितध्वजा उग्ररेता भवकालो वामदेवो धृतव्रता मन्युर्मनुर्महिमनसो Dvaja Ugrahita Bhava Kalo Mahadevo Ditapta Mano Imasho Avita Dvaja Ugrahita Bhava Kalo Mahadevo Ditapta Mano Imasho Mahadvarita Dvaja Ugrahita Bhava Kalo Mahadevo Ditapta Lord and Christian like the class, Manu Mahinasa Man Shiva Rita Doja Ugra Reta Bhava Kala Ditabrata all names of Rudra. They are all names of Lord Rudra. Translation Lord Brahma said, my dear boy Rudra, you have 11 other names. Manu, Manu, Mahinasa, Maha, Shiva, Vitatoja, Ugrareta, Ramadeva, and Vitabrata. Ekadas Rudra, 11 names of Rudra. What you and I? So, he said, Lord Shiva cried and he said, what is my name and where is my place? Things he asked. So he gave the place, earth, senses, mind, all these various air, various places you will exist. That is the place. And what are the names? And for inquiry to the names, he gave these names. Names are Manu, Manu, Mahinasa, Mahan, Shiva, Vitadvaja, Ugreta, Bhava, Kala, Brahmana, Deva, Vamadeva, and Vitabrata. These are the names we got from Lord Brahma. So they are called 11 Rudras. Virdhiti, text 13. Virdhiti Rasalomata Nisa Sar Tiralambika Iravati Sudavitya Rudranyo Rudate Striya. Translation, O Rudra, you... Huh? Oh, 11. देखते हैं कितना है 11 ही रुद्र भी 11 है और पुष्यपति भी 11 ही होंगे Oh Rudra, you also have 11 wives called the Rudranis and they are as follows. Dhi, Triti, Rasala, Una, Niyutla, Ambika, Iravati, Yoda and Diksha. So these are 11 Rudranis or wives of Lord Shiva. They are called Rudranis. 11 Patni. 11 रुद्र के। इनका नाम है ध्री ध्री धृति दशला उमा। उमा उमा का नाम आता है बहुत। इला अंबिका इरावती स्वरा दीक्षा है नाम। दैट इज 11 रुद्राणी are these names. लेकिन बहनों के रूप में उन्होंने उत्पन्न नहीं किया। बहन होते तो शादी नहीं किया जा सकता है। उत्पन्न किया तो होंगे बाद में। You will have, you also have 11 wives. ये है। तो कहाँ से आया है? देखो हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे उसको उसके बाद उनको क्रोध आ गया। रुद्र के पिता ब्रह्मा उसके लिए उन्होंने अभी भागवत जगह जगह पर वर्णन आता है। जैसे उन्होंने किससे शादी किया था? ये उमा उमा देवी से। उमा से शादी किया। शक्ति देवी से शादी किया। वो सही बात है। भाई बहन को देखे तो वही तो स्वयं को मनु के पास वो है। ये तो वो हाथ करके जो जिसके लिए जिसको उत्पन्न किया है ब्रह्मा जी ने। अब ब्रह्मा जी ने ये इन सबको तो पत्नी के लिए उत्पन्न किया ना, भाई बहन बनने के लिए उत्पन्न नहीं किया है। तो वैसे देखा जाए तो एवरीथिंग ब्रह्मा के शरीर से निकलता है। तो फिर वहाँ पर पत्नी और पति बनने का तो प्रश्न ही नहीं आता। भाई बहन बनते ऐसा नहीं। एकादश रुद्र हैं और एकादशी रुद्राणी हैं। अभी ब्रह्मा जी प्रजा फैलाने चाह रहे हैं। प्रजा फैलाने के लिए उन्होंने पति पत्नी का उत्पन्न किया शरीर से। क्या बोले तो फिर ब्रह्मा कोई नहीं आ रही आप ब्रह्मा जी की पत्नी नहीं है। श्लोक नंबर 16 पर कहीं से लिखा है नहीं। विहणैतानि नामानि स्थानानि तत्सयोषण। Ebi Siddha Pradabani Prajanamati Yatpati. My dear boy, you may now accept all the names and places designated for you and your different wives. And since you are now one of the masters of the living entities, you may increase the population on a large scale. तो अभी ब्रह्मा जी ने क्या बताया? What did he say? Now accept all the names and places. जितने how many names and how many places I designated, you accept them. Take and also accept your wives. And you are one of the masters of the living entities. You increase the population on a large scale. So this is how he designated him. You accept his wives, expand the population all over the universe. Brahmaji wanted to expand the population. That's his desire to expand the population. But poor Sanat Kumara didn't wanted to get married. That's why Rudra appeared out of his eyebrows, between the eyebrows. And then this Rudra is ready to populate the earth by various divinities. Purport. Brahma, as father of Rudra, selected the wives of his son, his living place, and his name as well. It is natural that one should accept the wife selected by one's father, just as a son accepts the name given by the father, or as he accepts the property offered by the father. So, Brahma gave order to Rudra that he should accept the names and blessings, and also he should accept various wives and expand the population. So, just like Brahma did to Rudra, we should. A human being who wants to get married should accept a wife selected by his son. Usually in village areas, the father of the boy goes and for his daughter. It's still that when I was small, that was the procedure that father goes and selects a wife for his son, and son accepts that wife. So this is the way it is done, and it is natural process. One should accept the father or the wife selected by one father, just as one accepts the name given by his father. The name of a son, he gives the name for the son same way the father selects a wife for his son, he should accept it. That is the general course in increasing the population of the world. How the population is increased? The population is increased by getting married. And if the father selects a wife for the son, then he should accept, and this way he should increase the population. On the other hand, the Kumaras did not accept the offering of their father because they were elevated far beyond the business of generating a great from his son. The Kumaras did not accept the father wanted them to get married and increase the population, but Kumaras did not accept because they were much advanced in knowledge. Their knowledge was very high. So they did not take the father's order, but rather wanted to engage in the service of the Lord. If they would have taken wives, then they would increase the population much bigger. But since they rejected that proposal and accept the Lord and devotional service as the goal of life, so they did not produce any children. As the son can refuse the order of the father for higher purposes, so the father can refuse to maintain his son in the increasing population because of higher purpose. Just like uh, the son refused the father's proposal for higher purpose to engage in some services higher than engage in household life, household household burdensome life. Only in one circumstances one can reject the order of the father if you are engaged in the service of the Lord full-fledged. At that time you can refuse the father's order. If the father gives a different order, then engage in devotional service, then one can reject such a father. The same way, a father can refuse to maintain his son. Father supposed to maintain his son, but if father is engaged in the service of the Lord and he doesn't have to maintain his son, he can refuse the maintenance of the son and engage in the service of the Lord. Yes, the Lord will maintain the son and the father. So that is the process to do. If for the higher purpose, you can reject the burdensome system and engage in the service of Lord. That's what Prabhupada said here. That if you want to engage in the service of the Lord, you can reject the father's order, or a son can reject the father's order, or a father can reject the maintenance of the son. So this way, you can fully engage in the service of the Lord. Maintenance. Yeah, Prabhupada said that a father can refuse to maintain his son. Higher purpose means if you want to engage in the devotional service, then you don't maintain the son. Like father can take Vanaprastha life or sannyasa life and forget the family members. If you are full-fledged engaged in the service of the Lord, then you can refuse this service to family members. But only in the case that you are full-fledged engaged, fully engaged in the service of the Lord. If you are not fully engaged in the service of the Lord, then you can't reject the maintenance of the son, or son cannot refuse the father's order. So in such cases, one can refuse it. Text 15. इत्यादिष्ट स्वगुरुणा भगवान नीललोहित सत्ताकृति स्वभावेन ससर्जात्म The most powerful Rudra, whose bodily color was blue mixed with red, created many offspring exactly resembling him in features, strength, and furious nature. So now Rudra creates the population. He created what kind of living entities? He created living entities that have the color just like him. Rudra's color is blue and mixed with red. Bluish color. And it has red mixed in it. So that kind of color, and he created the offspring, he created the population just like him, resembling him. in their strength and their furious nature, dangerous nature, like fearful nature, living entity he created. And their bodily color was also blue and red. And they are furious means they are fearsome living entities. They look like dangerous. Text 16. Rudranam Rudra Srishtanam Samantad Vyasatam Jagat Nisamya Sankhya Soyuthan Prajapatira Sankata. The sons and grandsons generated by Rudra were unlimited in number. And when they assembled together, they attempted to devour the entire universe. When Brahma, the father of the living entities, saw this, he became afraid of this situation. So what happened? Rudra created such a number of population that it filled the universe. He created thousands and millions of living entities. It says unlimited number of living entities. And when they assembled together, they created they devoured the entire universe. They appear like they are going to swallow up the universe. That many number he created. It's amazing how one person can create such amount of living entities. नहीं जैसे शिव जी ने बहुत सारे बच्चे बनाए और जब वो लोग सब लोग एक साथ जमा हुए तो लगता है कि यूनिवर्स को ही खा जाएंगे, संसार को ही खा जाएंगे, ऐसे ऐसे प्रतीत हुआ। नहीं ऐसा लगता था कि वो संसार को ही खा जाएंगे। हाँ उनका ये शुरू में ऐसे ही जीव को उन्होंने जन्म दिया। अच्छा शुद्ध नहीं है। हाँ ये तो शिव जी के रुद्र 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 से जो निकले जीव हैं सब ऐसे हैं कि वो संसार को ही पी जाएंगे ऐसे। रुद्र एंगर यार पैशन एंड इग्नोरेंस से बने हुए हैं। The Lord Shiva's body is made of passion and ignorance. And so, because of that, his populations, the progeny he created are also full of passion and ignorance. So when he created such a number, when they gather, they look like they are going to devour the entire universe. So the situation becomes very fearful now. Although Brahmaji wanted to create population peacefully living and everything, but the situation came in such a way that it created a disturbing situation because the living entities start to devour the universe themselves. So the situation became fearful to the Brahma also. So Brahma knows everything, but yet the progeny created by Shiva made him fearful because they want to devour everything. They want to eat up everything. The generation of Rudra, the incarnation of anger, were so dangerous to the maintenance of universal affairs that even Brahma, the father of the living entities, became afraid of him. ये विष के कारण है एंगर से the Rudra is because of anger of Brahma. Rudra was created. Because of that, Rudra's populations are all made of anger. And these angry populations are dangerous for the maintenance of the universal affairs, for the living entity. And that's why Brahma also become afraid of them. The so-called devotee or followers of Rudra are also a menace. They are sometimes dangerous even to Rudra himself. Descendants of Rudra sometimes make plans to kill Rudra by the grace of Rudra. That is the nature of his devotee. So this is how Rudra's followers are so dangerous. Sometimes they want to kill Rudra itself. That's how they are bad nature living entities. Sometimes, when Prabhupada first came in America, there was one guy who came to become disciple of Prabhupada. Later on, what did he say? If you kill your guru, you will become a guru. That's how he heard. So he attacked Prabhupada many times. When Prabhupada was trying to establish the society in New York, there was one man, he came, he was a drunkard man, and he was always using drugs. And somebody tell him that if you kill your guru, then you become a guru. So he attacked Prabhupada many times. And Prabhupada had to run away from his room. The same way, Rudra, that's how you see here, sometimes Rudra's followers try to kill Rudra. And the situation is bad for Rudra itself. He created a population and that population killed him, tried to kill him. And he tried to attack Brahma itself. Brahma created Rudra and Rudra created population, and this population want to attack Rudra and also want to attack Shiva. They make plans, they plan to kill Rudra itself. They make by the grace of Rudra also. They make such plans by the grace of Rudra. So that kind of nature devotees he created. So this is how revelation are not that good. Text 17. Alam praja visishta viridi sri visurottama maya sadahanti vir visastakshur virul vanai. Brahma told Rudra, O best among the demigods, there is no need for you to generate this nature. They have begun to devastate everything on all sides with the fiery flame from their eyes, and they have even attacked me. So, fiery nature living entities he created. He says, no need to create such living entities. Brahma wants to stop this now. He gave a lot of progeny that these living entities are fiery nature, fiery flames from their eyes. From their eyes they have fiery flames coming out of their eyes. Such are the population that Rudra created. And then they have even attacked me. They are not happy creating such population. So he says, no, don't create such population, stop the population. So he wanted peaceful nature, living entities, but the result is that opposite nature, living entities were created by Shiva. And they instead went and attacked Brahma. Living entities were created. They attacked Rudra and Shiva, Rudra and Brahma also. Now what does he say in text number 18? Tapatishta bhadram te sarabhuta sukhavaham tapasaiva yatha purvam sashta vishumidam bhavan. My dear son, you had better situate yourself in penance, which is auspicious for all living entities and which will bring all benediction upon you. By penance only shall you be able to create the universe as it was before. So now, what does he give the order? He says, you better start the penances and austerities. Instead of generating the population, start the tapasya. Situate yourself in meditation. That's what the order given by Brahma now. Then he says, it will bring all benediction upon you. If you do the tapasya, if you do the penances and austerities, then it will bring all auspiciousness upon you. And then after the penances and austerities, you will be able to create the nice population. But what happened? Rudra did not went through penances and austerities. He started to generate the living entities. And that's why they were all fiery flame nature. That's why this sort of living entities are no good. But if you engage in austerities and penances and purify yourself, then comes the good population. So that's why Brahma gives order. Now don't create any population, stop the population creating, start the meditation process. So by meditation only you can create the population just like they were before. So Brahma knows that universe was much better before. So that's why he gives order that if you prepare yourself in penances and austerities, then you will be able to create population just like before. So Brahma already knows how the universe was before in his previous kalpa. So that's why he wants to create such population. Purport. In the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation, the three deities Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara or Shiva are respectively in charge. So who are the in charge? Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. They do maintenance, dissolution, and creation. These are three principal deities, Trinity. They create, they maintain, and they dissolve the world, cosmic manifestation. And they are the in charge. Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara are the in charge of this. Brahma is in charge of creating, Vishnu is maintenance, and Shiva or Maheshwara is means for destruction. They advised not to destroy while the period of creation and maintenance was going on, but to situate himself in penance and wait for the times of dissolution when his services would be called for. So right now, although population was very big and it started to devastate almost devour the universe, but Rudra is not given order by Shiva to dissolve the universe at this point. Rather, forget the creating of the population and start the penances and austerities. So this way, this process of creation. So that's why at this point of life, Rudra is not meant for dissolution, but when time comes, to dissolve the old, then he will be called to dissolve the old. And when he dances Tandava Nitya, when he dances, that time the fire coming from the mouth of Sankarsana devastate the universe. But at this point, he is not doing that. He is rather going on austerities and penances. And in this way, he still maintain the universe instead of dissolution. Text 19. Tapasaiva param jyotir bhagavantam adotsedam sarabhuta guhavasa manjasa vindate puman. By penance only can one even approach the personality of Godhead who is within the heart of every living entity and at the same time join the reach of all senses. So now Brahma gives the order to Rudra that by penances what happens? One can approach the Godhead who is in the heart of every living entity and at the same time he is beyond the reach of all the senses. The Lord is within the heart and at the same time the Lord is beyond the reach of any senses. That is how the God's nature is. He is within the heart and yet he is unapproachable. Purport. Rudra was advised by Brahma to perform penance as an example to his sons and followers that penance is necessary for attaining the favor of the personality of Godhead. Without penance, one cannot approach the personality of Godhead. Only through penances and austerities can one approach the personality of Godhead. So that's why Rudra is advised to perform the penances and to give example for his sons and followers that penance and austerities are necessary for attaining the favor of Godhead. In Gita it is said that the common man, mass of people follow the path shown by an authority. What is the word? Say. Common men follow the great authority. Anyway, so common men follow the great authority. Uh, uh, anyway, so Bhagavad Gita says that general people in mass follow the great person. So great persons set up a system of life that common men follow the great personality. Oh yes, Advaita Jati Shesha Satyadevi Sarvajana Sahit Praman Kurute Lokastadan Bhartate. As the great person does his life, common men follow that path. So that's why the standard set by a great person is followed by all common men. So that's why Lord Shiva is a great personality. He is the chief of the demigods. So penances and austerities performed by Shiva will be followed by other people in general. And this way they will also purify themselves following Lord Shiva. So that's why Brahma advised Shiva to go through the penances and austerities. Thus Brahma, disgusted with the Rudra generation and afraid of being devoured by the increase of population, asked Rudra to stop producing such an unwanted generation and take the penances for attaining the favor of the Supreme Lord. So Rudra's population created by anger, they were going to devour the universe and devour Lord Brahma himself. So being afraid of such a population, Brahma stopped stop Rudra to populate any more population, and he asked him to go through penances to attain the favor of Lord Supreme Lord. We find therefore in pictures that Rudra is always sitting in meditation for the attainment of the favor of the Lord. Many pictures of Rudra, when we say he is sitting in penances and austerities, he is going on tapasya, always meditating on the Supreme Lord. So Rudra set up such an example of attaining personality of Godhead. Indirectly, the sons and followers of Rudra are advised to stop the business of annihilation, following the Rudra principle while the peaceful creation of Brahma is going on. So Brahma wanted to create a lot of population of peace nature. So that's why Rudra's population, creating populations were stopped because they were devastating the universe. They want to devour the universe, and they want to devour the Brahma himself. So that's why a peaceful maintenance is going, creation and maintenance is going on. That time, the Rudra population that devours the universe are not necessary. That's why Brahma stopped the Rudra population and started the peaceful creation. Hare bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.